It's week 9 of the NFL, and our focus is on Dameon Pierce. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Texans and the Bucs. All that and more coming up next.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games are ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple of little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Baker going to throw this right away. And his first look is incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And now it's 2nd down. You look at the defense for these Texans, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming up from last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now left side on the swing pass. So he's stopped for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They will run for the first time here with White. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
In over 2 seasons, Stroud showed all he needed to at Ohio State. All-American, Heisman finalist, program records galore. He looked every bit like the #1 overall pick. He went #2, but Houston is thrilled to have him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 128 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Ready. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Texans at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question.
Touchdown, Houston! Dalton Schultz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets ahead of...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Here's Pierce diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mayfield now. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here is 3rd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give up the middle. This is White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for White a week ago. 18 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Once again, it's White. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now out comes Houston. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Stroud to throw it. And Woods has it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The catch and run good for 24 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll go up the middle with White. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Come on.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down at 7. Here's Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll find his tight end, Payne Durham. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malik Collins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's White. They set up the screen. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. Stroud working out of the gun. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, Rashad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where you see the final score there. Ryan Tannehill leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And in that one is the visiting Dolphins, who are out in front. Tua Tagovailoa with a touchdown throw. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And that one, all tied. It was a solid first half for the running back, Rashad White. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. But for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. C.J. Stroud and the offense back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go again with Pierce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bucs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Trey Palmer, 55 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Woods, the receiver, in motion right. Pierce will try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. They work now on 2nd and 9. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Trey Palmer with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the bootleg, Stroud. Open man, Hamler, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Check that, street. Ready,
Give left side for Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Cowboy 80. Hutcho.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First down, here's White. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
And the Buccaneers first down.
To throw, Mayfield. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Keeft, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Texans 10.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25. And now out comes Houston. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First and 10, it's Stroud. That's into the hands of Woods. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Here we go.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and a yard. Pierce now up the middle. Fights him off. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
19 Chargers, 79 Broncos. $18 Cardinal. On the ball.
Stroud to throw it. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
29-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Stroud. Schultz hauls in the quick throw. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Here's Stroud. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tegan Quattoriano, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified.
And this is going to be intercepted.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start here with a handoff to White. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. They go with White on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Opting to run again here with White. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 18. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. A 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 3rd and 20. Back to throw. Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. That is caught by Dell. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Bucs, they're back to 500 as they move to...
Stop, here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Gotta go, we don't move it scary.
Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like a Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip